Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back. What a treat today. We're taking a look at Neonix. Neonix is our level 2 boss, and she's like, kind of like a diva superstar for the ultra wealthy and rich. And we're working on this aspect of her having this arena boss fight show. It's going to be amazing. Um, Chris, this is really cool. This is really, really cool. I love seeing the thematics between the mech and the character, and I've got a bunch of feedback for you. But first, let's just take a look at these details. Let's drink them in as we're looking at our sketches. We're starting to see a character take shape here, which is awesome. We're starting to see nice ideation on this weird, which is super cool. This mech performance stage, and that's sort of the cockpit and the performance at the same time. And look at this. Look at this here. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Um, I really like the helmet. I want us to see the character. We'll go into that a bit more. These little satellite drone things are really interesting. And again, looking at some of this big diva energy that is starting to see come through. Man, look at this. Look at this. I like how they've got these sort of like speakers that are starting to hint through in some of the designs. Are they like we're getting into the more rounder shapes, which are cool. Not sure what that thing was, but hey. And then down here we got kind of we got a bit more on the rocker side of things. So very like love the diva crown, like some really cool stuff here. This is probably my favorite face so far, as well. And yeah, I mean it's really starting to come to life. This is going to be so cool to see. Yeah, look at this thing. Oh my goodness. Okay. So with that, how about we get into it? All right. So typical thing. One of the things I like to do is I like to come in and see what really resonates with me. See where it's in my mind. How we're getting closer and closer to that, and to be changed. So as we explore, it's a collaborative effort between the vision, the personality, and kind of remixing aspects. So. Not a huge fan of the face here, but honorable mention. Really liked. I mean, this design here is awesome. Like this is otherworldly sci-fi. This is really good. I just wanted to make sure you knew that. I'm also really enjoying that here. In terms of like we're seeing some of the I think the the jewelry and the cosmetics, right? Still a big fan of these kind of hollow bits here. I'm glad to see that you kept the crazy like high heel monster face boots. We're going to keep those. Those are locked in. And then over here, I enjoying I think the outer curves here. I think we should really start to think about and continue exploring the magnetic turnarounds here in terms of in terms of like being able to switch and have the like the gun arms and the instruments and things like that kind of come back and forth. I think I'm settling into these digigrade legs. I think we're back to that as well. I think in general our shapes aren't quite round enough. We're a little too angular, but we're getting there, so we'll work on that. And then overall, in general, I want to say that we need to do a pass working on the mech feet. So that's one thing there. And then coming down here, there's something really cool about like this interesting like old school microphone thing that we got with this technology. It's almost like it's its own floating drone. I really like that. Again, I think the helmet was pretty awesome. The big like starting to see the clothing. This is definitely big diva energy. I was really enjoying what you did with the I think the like the Shins, the Shin jewelry and apparel. So yeah, I want to see us mix those things together. Let's continue to riff on. They're almost like symbols, but these drones. I really want to play with these. I like the idea of what these are doing here. And we can even turn them possibly into enemies. That we might be able to summon guns out of them. Like you know how it goes with me. So, like what we're going on with some of this like harder carapace being a little bit forward. I think I'll put that over into here as well. I'm enjoying what we're starting to see here. I like seeing the underlace of the like the subwoofers down here, of course. Very, very cool stuff here. And then down here, also, this is definitely my favorite face and head. I really love the power crown that you did here. Look at this thing. This thing is going to be awesome. So, so cool. I like that we have a little bit, it's almost like mech suit armor a tiny bit here, which is really cool. This dress. I really like the dress has this extra plumage, so we should riff in that. We're starting to see here, I think, on the hips and upper thighs, a little bit of that armor plating, which is cool. I didn't quite make it with the feet down here. This was my favorite cockpit of what we've got going on. I like that it was extra wide and that it has a little bit more depth to it. We can play with that as we kind of show the insides of this thing, which will be really, really cool. And then also enjoying more of the rounder shapes, the segmented arms, the kind of cannon thing that we got going on here. Some good stuff there. And I think that is the stuff that I'm really liking. And then over here, just in general, it's the rounder mech parts, the mech performance instrument. So this is the thing. Okay. So as I was thinking about this, as we have these kind of floating bits. So in the next revision, let's also think about with the mech, how can we turn the mech into like a performance art mech? Like we're putting the guns and it should be fine. I want to have the guns there, but what would it look like if it also was like the arms were giant, like I don't know, like the mech itself could be playing music. It's like a one-man band thing. Well, hold on, let me think. Let me dig out this one-man band thing. Actually, I think I'll probably just find it, right? So let's go over here. One-man band. So, and this is not quite it, right? One-man bands are crazy. And I don't want to get silly like this. This is just a tiny bit of the when I think about what the mech could be, it could also have a bit more, a little bit more instrumentation, right? Like it could have actual instruments. It could have, and I don't think we have to go like super silly, but I think we could take a hint of that, of like the mech also being the big part of the performance. So like while we're fighting the boss, the thing is that she's also in a way kind of giving a performance on top of it, right? So when she's not blowing things up with her mech in kind of battle form, I want to see if we can kind of have a mix of both of those things. So I thought I would drop that in there. I'm really enjoying where we're at with this. This is going to be a fantastic character. And then the last thing I was just kind of poking around with a little bit here was well, maybe there's a way to like bring in some of these elements here that you've got with the floating bits, kind of like follow in with this, right? You saw the stuff over here, and then I was like, well, maybe we could also play with this this idea that the battle helmet, we can actually have this thing where it's open and kind of floating, and it's part of her like big persona performance art. But then when we fight her in her normal non-mech form, maybe we can close it and have that. So let's see if we can ref on that and bring those elements together. So and I think with that is the rounds. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And if you're watching this video right now, and if you want to give feedback, this would be the time, because we're in the middle of working on it, and we listen and read and talk about all the comments that do appear. Thank you, no matter where you put them, Discord, YouTube, it's all good. And if you're along for the journey, we definitely and humbly appreciate you. Thank you so much.